Hello everyone, I am Jaideep Singh Chahal, and this is another video in the interesting build category of vehicles that we have in our group. So as I've already told in the videos, we're a group of 6-7 friends that we've got a we've got a club, we've got a group named the Ibex Trailblazers. Amongst us, we've got almost close to 20 plus vehicles, all done up in a very interesting manner to travel off-road, overland, purpose-built vehicles, I'd say. So this with us is another vehicle from the garage from our fleet. This is a 2008 Lc200, the Land Cruiser, the actual Land Cruiser 200. And the special thing about this one is not the bumpers, not the tires or the mods that we'll be covering. The biggest thing about this vehicle and what makes it very rare and sought after is that this is not your average diesel engined Land Cruiser. This is a V8 naturally aspirated 4700cc Toyota Land Cruiser. These came to India in very small numbers in around 2008 2009 through the Toyota Motor Company itself, and not a lot of these sold for obvious reasons. Not a lot of buyers for petrol vehicles, but for people who've driven an NA V6 like on the Prado, or an NA V8 like on the one on this one. This is the 4.7 2UZFE. It's from the UZFE family, the 1UZ, 2UZ, 3UZFE. So this is the 4.7 NA. Same engine is shared in a lot of vehicles across the globe. You get it in the Retro 70 series. You get it in the Tundra in the American market, the Sequoia in the American market. Some options of other SUVs that Toyota makes, they also come with the same engine. A different generation of same engine comes in the big Toyota sedans, the Lexus sedans as well, the LS family. So very, very capable engine, super powerful, something that is required to run a vehicle close to 3 tons and a vehicle of this size, and then make it capable as well. So this we picked around 80,000 kilometers used last year, thanks to Zach from Ironman India and Thomas from 6 Mile Customs. So they had this vehicle with them. Most of the modifications that you see, uh, since we have kind of a similar wavelength with them, so the mods that were done on this vehicle were already there when we bought it, and it was done as per our taste. The main additions that were done is, of course, what you see here is KMC USA. This is a set of 17-inch KMC wheels, 17 by 9J and -12, beautiful set of wheels. And the special thing about these wheels is that Toyota launched an anniversary edition in the LC200 right when they ended production of the 200 series. So this design, if you see closely, and for people who know the TRD design, this is almost similar to the TRD design, just with a bigger offset. So these are very hard to find. Otherwise, they might look like any ordinary black alloy wheels, but this is a very special set. And the Land Cruisers, they come with the weirdest PCD you can ever find. It's not a 6-bolt like the average or your regular Fortuners and other vehicles. This is a very strange 5-bolt by 150 PCD. So an alloy that fits your Land Cruiser will only fit a Land Cruiser. It's been the same after 1999 when the 100 series came out. And of course, we've got the ever favorite BF Goodrich all terrains. This is a set of KO2s 285 70 R17. These were provided by Saurabh from Paya 4x4. Even the wheels were imported by him for us, and the tires as well. This is one vehicle which I feel can make something like the 285 look small. These look like those overlanding pizza cutters on this one. But keeping practicality in mind, we don't want to go over the top or a crazy, crazy big size. So this is the right fit for the car. Another interesting bit, this has been lifted by 2 inches, 2.25, close to 2.25 inches. We are running a complete set of Ironman Foam Cell Pro suspension. It's got a height adjustment provision as well. This is the top of the line Ironman suspension that we can buy, along with the upper control arms by Ironman. Again, this is a forged upper control arm. A lot of people have this question, why and what an upper control arm is and what it does. So if you see the wheel geometry, your tire sits like this and the upper control arm goes like this. As you keep raising the suspension or the frame goes up and your tire starts going down, hence the gap in the fender. But what happens is your upper ball joint that is housed on the upper control arm, it goes at an angle, if you can see. So that angle makes the ball run under stress. So simple physics, anything that is going to run under stress is prone to wearing out, breaking and damaging, getting damaged very quickly. So what this does is it's got a better build quality and it's got a right angle and the right length. So what it does is the stressed ball joint, it brings it out and it brings it to the correct angle again. So your tires don't get pulled in, the cambers get adjusted on its own. You don't need to fiddle around with camber adjustments. A lot of people using substandard or Chinese lift kits do face a lot of issues with camber adjustment. The alignment is always out, the camber is never fine, and that too on regular roads. You hit one pothole, your alignment goes for a toss. That is why the upper control arm is very, very important. You hear people saying, use an upper control arm only if you're going to lift it beyond 3 inches, beyond 2.5 inches. Nothing like that. If you're lifting your vehicle, I would suggest in an independent front suspension setup, do go for an upper control arm. It is well worth the investment. You throw it around, you toss it around. One thing I can guarantee, all of these vehicles, they look very clean, but we use them extensively. We put money in the right equipment and then we utilize 100%. It is not just there because the springs are green or it looks lifted. So that is one thing which you have to keep in mind, the application that you're going to do. Everything cannot be done together, of course. You keep adding stuff bit by bit. These are never ending projects. But again, things like these should not be underestimated. Your the basic oil changes and all were done once we got it here. It was already done at 6 miles as well. So this vehicle was so interesting. It came up for sale down in Bangalore, and me and Dilsher last year we flew down to Bangalore. The vehicle was already inspected by Zach and Thomas. We picked it and we drove it up north in, I think, close to 2 days of continuous driving. And this is I think in February, March last year, and we drove it to Amritsar and God knows how many tankfuls of fuel. But this is like a land barge. You don't even feel any potholes, especially with the suspension, and it just glides on the road. Very, very good road presence, and it makes you feel very safe as well. Coming to the front, this is one of the other additions that we did. This is the, again, top of the line deluxe bullbar by Ironman, made specifically for this one. It's a huge bullbar and it weighs close to 100 kgs. Only something like the Lc200 can pull. It's got Ironman fog lamps. It's got the front slide plate. We've not installed a winch in this one as of now, but we hope to do that very soon. And if you can come close, you see the grill and the emblem and everything has been blacked out in a very beautiful shade of some sort of a piano black. This was all done at 6 Mile Customs by Thomas and his team, and it looks very nice. We didn't want a lot of chrome on this vehicle, so the entire chrome was taken off and it was all changed to black. And this right here again is the President Bill 3 with antenna. This is a feature in almost all of our vehicles. We've got it in every vehicle we use to travel. And there's a lot of questions if it breaks or it doesn't break. The antenna is very flexible. You can actually roll the entire metal thing to, the metal wire to this sized circle. It doesn't break and it just bounces back. So it keeps hitting whatever, but it doesn't break. So there's nothing to worry about that. This came standard. This is the your mirror that helps to see your left side and the front as well. And we've got rain deflectors. This again is one of my favorite additions to make the most of the weather. It's got a roof rack. It's got a set of roof rails. We've been mounting the rooftop tent on this one as well, the awning as well. This being, since it's used regularly in the city, so we don't really keep that on the vehicle. So that is only for trips and all. And it's been converted to a proper four-seater vehicle. It's got a partition in the middle, and you can use it only as a four-seater vehicle. We've removed the third row of seats. The third row is gone, and we're only using four seats in the vehicle. Uh, Around the back, yes, this variant was called the VXR. All the emblems again have been blacked out, and this is a very interesting looking ball hook. This is a 2-inch receiver, and the LC already comes with a fitment to take this one, so that is there. I'll show you the split tailgate as well. So it's got a very nice looking tailgate. This can be used as a sitting deck, and the third row of seats, as you can see, is out. We flattened out the rear, so there's a lot of storage space. Even the interior, you can see this. Basically, what we're using is just four seats to travel in comfort, and no more. Also, if you can come around the other side, I'll show you the interiors quickly. So this one, when we bought it, Thomas at 6 Miles, they had already done up the entire upholstery. This is a Stanley interior. The emblems on this side won't be able to show you that. So this is a complete leather set. It is even better than factory. We've got a Tesla screen. We don't use too many of these features. These, with time, they become slow. But the reason we got this, I'm not a fan of Tesla screens, but the reason we got this was this model was a Japanese import. So all the warnings, all the instructions, and all the readouts were in Japanese. It speaks Japanese, so we couldn't make sense of anything at all. So luckily, we found this to translate everything to English, and that is the only reason we got the screen. Otherwise, we didn't want to switch over to something like a fancy Tesla screen with 360 cameras and everything. Not something to our taste. It's got an amazing damping and a top quality killer audio system by GL that again was installed at 6 Miles, and all four doors and the tailgate, they've all been damped. uh, Other is all regular stuff. We've got some basic mats. This is the big armrest, the big storage. It's got the 5-speed automatic transmission, very reliable. 4x4, that is your shifter for 4x4. It's a simple knob, and that I feel is all. If anyone has any questions or queries about this vehicle, we'd be more than happy to answer those for you. And thank you so much. Thank you.